Tochochtje to Yeho to Witsin. Titus Yeho Bator, it is
Stel te geelbid, chida to olos, chida ochotwal, camino head.
You are looking at the cover of a book that contains the Lushootseed text of the story of Mink and his little younger cousin and how they were swallowed by a whale. Lushootseed is the language spoken by most tribes along the shores of Puget Sound. As you can see, the alphabet for Lushootseed has in it some letters that are different from the English alphabet. Let's read the title. Babechub itiish soqas tatika. Babechub itiish soqas tatika. You will notice that the letter I can be pronounced two ways, like A in the word Babechub for little mink, and like E in the word Tatika, the cousin's name. The same is true of the letter U. We can say soqas or suqas for his little younger cousin. Otherwise, every letter in the Lushootseed alphabet stands for only one sound. Look at the word for little mink again, Babechub. The next to last letter looks like an upside down and backward E. It's called a schwa, and it always sounds like In English, the sound can be spelled with a U or an A or even O-U-G-H. In Lushootseed spelling, those sounds would all be represented by schwas. Up, alone, tough. Except I have to tell you, Lushootseed does not have the letter F. Some Lushootseed letters represent sounds that we have in English, though we might use two English letters to write them. Let's look again at the word for little mink, Babechub. The SH sound is written with one letter, S wedge, and the CH sound is written with one letter, C wedge. In the word for his little younger cousin, soqas, you will notice a letter that looks like a question mark with no dot under it. This is called a glottal stop. You can hear this sound very clearly as pauses in the middle of the word, soqas. We make this sound all the time in English, but we never spell it. Every time we say a word that starts with a vowel in English, we make the glottal stop before we say the word. Check this out for yourself. When you say the word apple, see if you don't close the back of your throat before you start saying the ah sound. That stricture or closing at the back of the throat is a glottal stop. Apple, apple. Lushootseed has many sounds that the English language does not have. That is why there are 46 letters in the Lushootseed alphabet. Some of the letters have odd names, such as schwa for the upside-down backward E, and the glottalized barred lambda. These are names that linguists have applied to these letters. They are not Lushootseed names. As a matter of fact, the Lushootseed alphabet was not even created by native people. It was created from an alphabet that had been compiled by scholars studying native languages in North and South America, and who wanted to have a separate letter for each sound in every one of those hundreds of languages. In the early 1960s, a scholar who was studying Lushootseed took just the letters he needed from that huge Native American alphabet and developed a writing system specifically for Lushootseed. Before that, Lushootseed had been spoken for at least 4,000 years without ever being written down. Lushootseed has 4 letters for the different sounds of L in the language. You can see one of them in the third word of the title for the mink story, ti'ish. The others are what we call regular L, as in the word for whale, chuffwalo, hard L, as in the word for grizzly bear, stubtobble, and the running man, as in the word for old, lot. You will notice that no one wanted to call this letter a glottalized barred lambda every time we talked about it, so the kindergarten kids came up with their own name, running man, for this letter, and now we all use it. Here are some Lushootseed words that are important in the story of Mink and his little younger cousin. The word for canoe, bead. Notice that this word does not begin with a K sound, but with a sound farther back in the throat, bead. The word for whale, chuffwalo. Notice the glottal stop at the end. The word for to sing, Tulalip. Notice that this word doesn't begin with a regular T, but a hard T, Tulalip. And the word for people, Untitled. The XW at the end of the word is a sound like blowing out a candle. Untitled. You can see and hear the complete Lushootseed alphabet by going to tulaliplushootseed.com.